What's going on, everyone? I just got breaking news on a brand new promo code right up here, Desert Queen. And if you want to take advantage of this, you have to start a brand new account. So that could be on your Plarium Play or a different device that you haven't played Raid Shadow Legends on. So you need to start a brand new account using my QR code up above or my download link down below in the description. You click on that, and then once you get through the tutorial, you put in the promo code, and you can get this free legendary Void Champion. So let's go over what she's all about, and then we'll go over another little tip for new players as well. All right, so her name is Tuhanarak, and let's go look at her and what she does. So she's in the Barbarian class, and let's see, I saw her, there she is. Alright, so she is in the Void class as well. So just a general overview on her. She has a continuous heal that applies to one champion on the team. On her basic, on her special, she has a debuff spread that spreads 2 random debuffs. So while that may not be ideal, I think it's great, especially for a new player. And if the enemy doesn't have any debuffs, then the skill just becomes like an AoE decrease attack and block buffs debuff. So even though if you don't have any debuffs to spread, there's still stuff going out there on the enemies and definitely making your life a lot easier. And then her ultimate provides an increased defense and increased speed buff to all allies, which is amazing. So not too bad. Probably one of the best promo codes that Raid Shadow Legends has done. And make sure that you do claim this within the first 24 hours of starting your new account. That is another key tip to remember. So she does really good against the Ice Golem dungeon and the Iron Twins. Also not too bad against Dragon, the Fire Knight, and the Spider. Pretty good there as well. Doesn't do so hot against the Sand Devil or Shogun Grove. So only what is that? 1, 2, 3. So 5 out of 7 she excels pretty well at. I definitely wouldn't turn her down, especially in the early part of the game. And even in hard mode, she does great against Fire Knight, the Ice Golem, fairly well against Dragon 2. The Spider, though, she does falter just a little bit, but that's in hard mode. So, and then in Doom Tower, she does great against the Nether Spider. She's just a spider killer, apparently. And the other Doom Tower, oh, I guess, yeah, she does do good against Scarab King and the Frost Spider. So yeah, again, spider killer all over. So if you see a spider, you send her in. She's the exterminator. She does great damage. She has good protection and support, and she does have turn meter control as well. So all great things. Kind of wish I would have waited maybe for her instead of getting Sun Wukong, but maybe I'll start another account and kind of compare and see which one is better. I love Sun Wukong, though. He's been great when I've been using him. So there you go. Just wanted to point that out right off the bat here. But we are going to talk a little bit about affinities here for the rest of the video. So if you're brand new, stick around. I'm going to teach you a little bit about affinities and what to expect, what to keep an eye out for. Alright, so let's get to the little in-game chart that they have for affinities. Kind of give you a little bit of a visual representation, then I'll go into it in a little bit more detail. So, Let's go into a battle here. Okay, so you see the affinity chart right here. So the blue is magic, the red is force, the green is spirit, and the purple is void. So as I just said, that promo code will give you a void character. When you use my download link in the description, you will get Elandril here. She is a magic class. Sun Wukong is a spirit class. And then, let's see, the starter character that I chose, Kale, he is also a magic class as well. So, just to give you an idea of what kind of characters you could get at the start, we'll have to see what the other characters that you'll get. So at level 15, you'll get Tagore. And then level 30, you'll get Ugo. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm sure we'll figure that out in a future video here. So each affinity has both a strong and a weak pairing, except for the Void champion. So Magic can take out Spirit, Spirit can take out Force, and Force can take out Magic. Or they're a little bit stronger, I guess, against those. I shouldn't say take out. I mean, yes, they do take them out, but they are stronger. And then the opposite is also true. So if a spirit is attacking into magic, then that's going to be less damage than normal. Or magic attacking into force is going to be less damage. So then we have the Void Affinity, which is the most sought after champions and basically the best champions available. Void is neutral to all of the other affinities, which means it's basically not strong or weak against any of the other three here. That's why it's in the middle, doesn't have any arrows. So what are the advantages here? What does it mean to be strong against one affinity or not? So let's say there is a force going into a magic. That character is going to get 15% extra crit rate, 30% strong hit chance, and 30% damage when a strong hit occurs. 30% extra damage, I should say. So, pretty good stuff. Completely reminds me of Pokemon, which is basically what I grew up on playing. As far as a kind of RPG or strategy kind of game. So that's kind of cool that they carried that over. Now the disadvantages, or being weak against the enemy, so this is if magic were to attack a force, minus 20% damage, plus 35% weak hit chance, and then a chance of a skill landing as a critical hit is reduced by 15%. So let's say a champion has 100% crit chance. Well, now it's being reduced. If we're having a magic attack into a force here, now it's being reduced by 15%, so that'd be 85%. And when a weak hit occurs, minus 30% damage, and debuffs cannot be applied. So you are really paying the price if you are bringing in a wrong matchup. Weak hits are extremely annoying because the fight is hard already, because you lose a lot of damage and debuffs that you may need to place to survive, and the match just is gonna not go well for you. So make sure you keep an eye on different bosses, or like I said, in your arena matches. Make sure you keep an eye on those and have the right affinity counters available and built up for you to use to get you that extra advantage on the affinities. So yeah, I hope that little tip helps you, and make sure to use my download link or the QR code up above here if you want to start a new account and get that brand new use that brand new promo code for the Void Legendary, so that way you won't be weak against certain champions out there in any mode, really. But you also won't be strong either. So that's the takeaway. Like, you're protecting yourself from getting a bunch of extra damage onto you, but you're also not dealing that extra damage. So that's kind of why voids are sought after. But I can see the other side of the coin where you might want some of the other classes, which is what I'm doing with my team. So make sure you spend your resources wisely, everyone, and we will see you in the next one.